All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're gonna give everybody just a couple of seconds. I promise you, I will not be on here long. Welcome to this spot of Meet the Baker from Bougie Bundts. Guess what? It's me. If those of you who know me, I am. Thank you for tuning in with me today, and those of you who are brand new to me, then hey, welcome aboard. Let me see. I don't see anything in the numbers yet, so maybe I should just give it a second. If my husband can chat with me in the little thing, should I just wait until I see some numbers or something? What you think? I got the chat up so I can see if you're talking to me. Um, no, nothing yet. No, nothing yet. Trying to see if I even see it. Just go. All right. He said just go. So my what do I call you? What do we call each other when we do this? Producer, something like that. When we do this, he said, just go. Yeah, your PA, production assistant. Yes, my production assistant said, just go. So I'm just going to go and listen to him. So thank you guys for being on with me. For those of you who already know me, thank you for supporting already with Bougie Bunts. For those of you who don't know me, I am Damian Parks Weekly, the owner and operator, lead baker, whatever you want to call me. Uh, that is here at Bougie Bunts, which is here at our home. So thank you for all of you who have been supportive. If you know anything or you don't know anything about Bougie Bunts, though, Bougie Bunts actually started for me in October of 2024. Believe it or not, that was my soft launch with that, and I am grateful for the time that I have spent where I didn't really see how this is going to happen, but I knew I had a passion for it. So after 16 years of hotel hospitality, let me get my little notes. After 16 years of hotel hospitality, here I am. I am grateful for all of my experience with that. And then, like a lot of people during COVID time, I got laid off and did 2 years as an executive assistant for a pharmaceutical research company, which I really loved. And so, how do you go from being a manager to an assistant? It was I was happy. I was truly, truly happy. And then 2 years later, myself and six other colleagues got laid off, and kind of basically they were trimming things down at the end of 2023, in November 2023. For those of you who may or may not know, during that time, my spouse and I, we actually were already in a an adoption process. We were had partnered with an adoption agency, and 2 months later, after I got laid off in November, in January of 2024, our little man came along. He was born in January, and he's 2 years old now. So fast forwarding, here we are. I slowed down from last year because that was his first year, and so I didn't get Bougie Bunts off to where I wanted it to go to, and where it really need to. But during that time and all of last year, probably spring of last year up until now, I actually sought out some other home bakers. So YouTube was my friend, and I have to give a shout out to my mentor, and she doesn't even know she's my mentor, but I'm giving a shout out to Court. She is the owner and proprietor of the Station Bakery. I think that's in Virginia. I'm not real sure, um, but um, but thank you, Court, for your inspiration. I belong to a group for a program that she started called Business Made Simple for bakers, and it is an amazing community of family and of home bakers and micro bakers, and it's just been amazing that some people who did the same thing I did, so I don't feel too bad of taking almost like a year and a half to really get this going and off the ground, but I learned so much in that time. Now, one of the things that I do want to share that I will say that I'll give a shout out to my mom. She has been my inspiration for baking. So my first mentor, Court. Okay, so my is my mom, and the whole thing about baking and cooking is just is really is a passion. And I sometimes I get distracted if I got the TV on, but I have learned that if I just listen to some music and I can crank out some really good food, I have just pat myself on the back for that. And but my mom was my inspiration behind my cooking and my baking. Those of you who know, she's down in Birmingham, and she makes this wonderful pound cake that everybody knows about, and she still gets orders from. And she's been doing that like 40 years, the same pound cake. Like, and this is that thing where I have learned in business made simple. The simple things is what makes it work. So this Bougie Bus it has a simple menu, and each season is going to be four different flavors. So right now we're still in winter, and after winter, when we go into spring, we're gonna have four different flavors. So guess what? Can I get a blueberry? No. Can I get an orange? No. So my thing of it is what you see is what you get. And so as a home baker, you don't want to overwhelm yourself and have all these different flavors and I have to have make my music exactly, exactly. I you have to keep things simple because I still have a life. I have a 2 year old at home. I'm married. I'm a stay at home dad, but I have so much. I'm an elder at my church. I'm still trying to do things in my community, so it's a lot with that. So we're a specialty bakery in that we have picked out what those specialties are and what those concentrations are, and this is what we offer. So I will say right now in the winter months, fall and winter, we'll be able to ship. When spring hits, shipping will go away. I apologize, and I hate to miss some of you I know back home in Alabama that want to place an order. I can't ship to you, or let me say I will not ship for spring and summer because it's just too hot. I don't want the product to get there and not be the caliber that it needs to be. Because for me, bougie is not about trying to be better than anybody else. It's about being sophisticated and classy and bringing a quality product. And so I wanted to stay that way. So we will be working primarily on a local platform. So I'm looking forward to getting to know even more people in the community where I live here in Florissant, Missouri, and in my metropolitan area of St. Louis. And then we'll come back in the fall to look at shipping. So you can get your orders in now, but by what is spring is normally like around March 20th, I think, like that. If it doesn't, if it doesn't get too hot, too warm before then, but you've got you're just a little bit left time to place an order where I can ship, and then no shipping for spring and summer. Um, the name came from I'm answering some of these things, so these are questions that people ask. The name came my husband was the one who actually came up with the name when he said bougie butts, and I said bougie. What you trying to say? But when I really look up the word bougie, bougie really just means sophistication. It really means just an upper echelon, a scale up. It's not about trying to talk down to other people or think I'm better than anybody else, but we want a high quality product. So quality over quantity, right? So that's what I'm looking. That's what I'm all about. So we're excited about it. I'm looking forward to it. Be sure if you have not already, go to our social media platforms. We've got Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Can y'all believe I'm on TikTok? I'm not, but Bougie. Well, yes, I am, but I'm just on there to watch sometimes. But Bougie Bunts is on TikTok as well. So please reach out to Bougie Bunts and look for Bougie Bunts One. I also have a YouTube page, and it is brand new. So of course, they take you through the ringer with that, and we're not really on YouTube currently up like it's on there, but we're not casting live to it right now, simply because they take you through the thing and blah blah blah. So I get it. I'm actually okay with that. But we will be promoting more videos. So shout out to everybody in my Business Made Simple class or community. It's not a class, but a community. So thank you all so very much for that. Looking forward to being in vendors. For those of you who are in the metropolitan St. Louis area, if you're out here in Florissant with me, please look for me. Or if you know of a vendor place that I need to be out here in this area, please let me know that there's a vendor show going on that I need to go. That's where I'm really planning to get the majority of the things our people want to know. Too, if I say this about the website, is that the website is really based on full-size bunts, mini buns, half a dozen at a minimum, and then cake jars, half a dozen at a minimum. So I can't sell individual. Can I just buy two cake jars? No, that does not work because I cannot make cake batter for just two jars, right? I make enough batter for at least one whole cake. So you've got to buy a half of it at least. So please go out to the website and place your order there. And anything else, when you can buy those individual pieces or a slice of cake or a cake jars at the festivals that I'll be in. And I promise you that I will channel through and make sure that we post where we'll be on the weekends, particularly for the vendor shows, craft fairs, festivals, that kind of thing. So, but I'm thanking you guys for joining me. I really did not want to be on here too long. What is it, 10 minutes? I did pretty good. And I think that's about it that I had on there. Let me check my notes. But yeah, so I just want to, again, there's so many wonderful home bakers that are out there, and most of them are females. There's a minority within a minority, and then a minority within the baking community. Home baking community is mostly women. So shout out to all of the women who are holding it down, that I follow, that I'm inspired by, and hopefully I will be able to do the same thing for you guys. But I'm especially want to give the guys a thumbs up. Let's keep doing what we're doing, fellas. Looking forward to it. And it's just exciting, think there's a lot of us out here that cook. That's my other thing too. So I promise you that I will be doing some videos on some savory things that I make other than just baking, because I mean, a lot of us that can bake can actually cook. So I'll be doing some savory things every now and then, and I hope to see you guys online. Please watch the videos, please like, love, and share. I promise you. But please go out and follow those if you're not following me on Instagram, or Bougie Bundts on Instagram and Facebook, and go out to, I'm gonna get it together, YouTube and TikTok. So hope to see you guys there. I love you very much. Have a good weekend, and I will see you